Hey, Coach. Good morning. Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Art of Encouragement. Here's Nick. Here's myself, Mark, and we have a guest today, Coach. Hey, Coach, are you there?
Hey, can you hear me? Oh,
Yes, we can
hi.
hear you, and now we can
Okay.
see you. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Our co-host today, Nick, he is with us, but he cannot be on camera today. But he'll come back next week and will be with us live. But it's such a pleasure to see you, my friend. Where are you
Hey,
coming to?
nice to meet you.
Yeah, where are you coming to us from?
Florida, America.
Florida. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so just tell
Um,
us briefly if go ahead.
is this being broadcasted?
Yes, yes, it's broadcasted right now
I'm
on
sorry to
you.
ask, how do I change the name on the screen? Let me see.
Yes. You just click on it and just
Oh, rename.
in
Okay.
three. Yeah, and then you can change the name. Well, Coach, I want to welcome you to the Art of Encouragement broadcast. We have been doing this since August of last year. This coincided with the release of a book, The Art of Encouragement. We have different guests who
Mhm.
talk about something that they encourage themselves and others in the community through their
Yeah.
work, through their actions, through their ideas. So, could you just tell us briefly about who you are and what kind of work are you doing right now?
I am a mindfulness coach. My name is Lei, and uh, I coach people to, instead of, in addition to the medicines, to the curing methods, find a way to go to the self and find a way to find the strength for the healing journey
Okay.
and reach happiness and bliss and
Okay.
calmness. Yeah.
And calmness. So that's quite a bit. What kind of how did you get started in this work? What encouraged you to do this type of activity?
That's a long, are you ready? It's a long story.
Well, our show is only 20 to 25 minutes in total, but give us the condensed version and promise us you share with us your contact information so the people who are interested to get to know you more can reach out to you directly.
Thank you, Mark. So if people, mindfulness is a very, it's all over the place now. It's a buzzword, right? Everybody is talking about mindfulness, but the people hear it, but they don't know how it works. So come to me because I am a living proof. Yoga and mindfulness works. And yoga is a part of mindfulness. So mindfulness is a big concept. It can be meditation, it can be mindful walking, eating, and the yoga is part of it. My journey started as a learning yoga. I didn't know. I was just like, I was bored. I want to do something. But then when I walked into the professional training class of yoga, I realized, oh my God, I have been looking for this forever. A lot of philosophy, a lot of psychology of how to be happy, in addition to the poses. So poses, the reason of the poses is not just to look sexy, it's also for you to, the goal of yoga is to reach the mental enlightenment, to find peace. So every pose has a reason. And then at that time, I was a very unhappy woman. Every morning I woke up looking for what should I cry about? Every morning I woke up, I'm like, oh my gosh, another day. What should I do? How do I handle today? Every time, and I was angry too. I was upset easily. I would be upset like to a stranger sometimes. So it just happened, and then I finished the first training. I'm just very lucky. I came from China originally, So the theory of yoga and mindfulness, a lot of them are very related to Chinese ancient culture, ancient Tao Te Ching, Tao Te Ching, you must have heard, Taoism and Confucianism. So luckily, I came from that background. Yin and yang, you guys call yin yang, we call yin and yang. So it's a little bit easier for me to understand the theory of the mind, the inner mind, the heart. Finished the first session, still didn't get it, was still upset, angry. And then, but the seeking was there though. It's hard to explain why. I just know it would help me. And then I started the second advanced yoga training, still didn't do the work. Can you imagine how stubborn my mind was? After first, second session, still upset, angry, tear, cry easily. Until I met my teacher, Anne-Marie. She was in the first training, she was also in yoga training, but she started yoga when she was 7 years old. She was enlightened. She's like a guru. I went to her and she said, Lei, start daily practice. I was stubborn. No. And then she said, and then I went to her, but again, the seeking is there, definitely. No matter what I was, but I still went to her after she was so stubborn. She talked and talked, and finally I started daily practice. That is when, about half a year later of daily practice, I don't know how to explain. Still angry, maybe, but the anger is not as angry. Still stressed, but the stress is not as stressed. We live in the world. There will be stress, anger, depression. We will have those moments. But with this practice at the back of your head, any situation in life, there is something from the back of the head, you can just handle it. I'll be aware. That's why mindfulness is also called self-awareness. You are aware. I'm very aware. Like sometimes I get upset. I am aware I am upset. Then I immediately can, okay, I'm upset. What should I do? One, reach out to my teachers. I have a bunch of teachers, right, all these years. Two, I am upset. What should I do? But then I just find a walk in nature, swim, dancing, then get back to center. Yeah.
Wow. This is fascinating because this broadcast is about giving people encouragement. And I know people, in the course of living life, there's going to be moments of triggers, or somebody's going to get upset, or they may have been feeling upset for a long time and they just don't know what it is. And they don't know what it is, and they try the different things. So, from what I'm hearing you is you have learned to manage, or no, you learn to be aware. You learn to be aware. So your awareness is increased, and that gave you control or maybe power over those, like those states, because this is something that we want to be helpful to others as they listen to you, and maybe they can follow some of the work that you did and, discover it for themselves.
Thank you. Yes. So control, yes, I used to think emotions could be controlled. Then with the practice, I realized it's like very similar to, let's say, negative emotions are, let's say it's a trash can, right? Emotions are beautiful. I have to use trash can to describe it. It's the best way to describe. So negative emotion, put it in the trash, And then we say, oh, the trash is overfilled. Let's use a lid to cover. If you do too much, the trash will explode. So mindfulness is while the trash is accumulating, you are aware the trash is accumulating, then you slowly work on the trash one piece at a time. That's why in mindfulness, in Zen meditation, you would hear a lot of times people say, emptiness, emptiness. What does it mean? So you feel the state of emptiness while you're working. So like the trash, when the trash is a little bit empty, it is much easier to put in the emotions you want to feel. You would like to
Yeah.
feel, yes.
Wow. Emptiness. And this comes to a next question for you, Coach. A lot of people are stuck in the loop, just like like in a fear, or it's like OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, or anyone, and it's like one thought, and it just repeats itself, repeats over and over and over and over and over and over, and it's a lot of suffering, right? So what some of the things that you can recommend people explore so they don't get stuck in the same thought process?
Uh, you were describing me 10 years ago. One thought, at least 1,000 times, 10 years ago. And I think negative, there's a word called negativity effect. Our brain, by nature, seeks negativity because when human being just became human being, we had to fight and flight to survive. We thought if we didn't kill the animals, animals would kill us. Our life is pretty peaceful now, but our ancestors' brain, we don't know that. So, well, if there's a listeners, you can think, there's a very peaceful day, 24 hours. One thing, one person looked at you in the angry face, the whole night you're ruined. You think about what happened to them. Because if you know our brain's function originally, negativity takes over much more powerful than when you're aware of that, when you know, then you start thinking in this 24 hours, one bad thing happened, but how about the 23 hours, all peaceful and happiness? In my coaching, I have 14 topics. So it's the mind is, we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. So the mind is a very stubborn organ to work with. So that's why I started this. First topic would be compassion and love, self. I usually guide people to self-compassion, self-love. Second topic would be truthfulness. When people are ruminating around their negativity, because they forget what is their true nature. Our true nature is bliss, happiness. I am a living proof. But we were lost by it's called life conditioning. That's why I guide people to what is your truly truth. And the third would be um, uh, people don't like to use that word, discipline, but I changed the word into self-regulation. Even we know people, why Steve Jobs, Lady Gaga, why so many celebrities started to practice mindfulness daily practice. 20 years ago, nobody heard of it. Why in this 20 years? We need it. Nowadays, look at the world right now. Look at the world. What a mess. We need mindfulness. Our brain is exposed to so many trash. See, let's say we used to have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Now it must be doubled. I don't know. We
And
need
so many
this.
so many distractions, right? That we have in the palm of our hands. We allow the distractions to come in and we welcome them. Say, oh, come, more, please give me more. I don't recommend it, but I'm just trying to describe the situation. This is fascinating. because I'm learning quite a bit about this. And because this is real, this is a big problem for many people. They ruminate, there's a lot of distractions, there's stuck in the same pattern. Um, and one of them is, like I said, self-regulation, compassion towards self, and truthfulness. And I'm going to, right after this broadcast, I have a couple phone calls I need to make, and I need to be very honest. I have to be very honest in them, and it's going to release me from certain patterns. Coach, I want to
Yes.
ask you, yeah,
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. What gives you encouragement right now to you?
Oh, thank you for the question. It's like, Mark, it's like I'm using a very simple example. Like if you eat something really good in a restaurant, what do? Hey, go there, right?
Yeah.
I transformed. Yoga and mindfulness transformed me. And this transformation, this life experience is so powerful, I have so much passion for this journey. And I have been working with a couple of people. Oh, what a joy it gives me to see, everything. If they come to me, first question, are you willing to dive into daily practice? If they say yes, let's work. We start from 2 minutes a day meditation, then 5 minutes, and then that does work. So that's why the third topic is self-regulation. I ask my clients 24 hours a day, how many hours you spend on social media and wasting time? Yeah, 5 minutes to start out of 24 hours. Usually when I say that, people say, okay, 5 minutes, what's the big deal? And then I make it really easy. I make it like 5 minutes. You can even lie on your bed, but slowly, slowly, slowly work towards the, yeah. Oh, the last topic of this 14 topics is find peace and harmony within yourself and your surrounding. So by the time of 14, usually it takes a year. 14 topics are done. People usually get the hang of the how to manage their mind and life. Yeah.
Yeah. As I'm listening to the sound of your voice, Coach, it's very soothing. It's very, it seems like you're building a rapport and you opening up. So one of the things I imagine, one of the benefits of working through through this work, doing this work, is people open up creatively, right? Their relationships improve, they finding solutions to difficult problems, and I think it opens up, creativity opens up. Remember one of the people, I think he said, you cannot solve your problems in the same mind that you arrived. You have to have a different mind to solve your problems, right? That
Yeah.
would be so easy. So when you open up your mind and remove all the trash, you can find things to be more creative and find better solutions. Do you have an example of that you can share with us?
Yeah. Look at the painting behind you.
It's a beautiful one.
Very beautiful. That is, you see how big. In the beginning, we look at the painting, we see the a woman praying in the eagle pose, right? Things like that, or either in yoga, it's called eagle pose. And then, so let's use that painting as an example. So people's mind goes to, okay, she's pretty. And then I see some kind of like flowers. But if you take a deep breath, look at the painting beyond. What a big universe. And why I'm saying that my back, usually that's why there's a saying, from back of my head, I know. So that's in yoga, it's called Ujjayi breathing. You breathe from the back, right? When you look at how big, how expensive the universe is, that somewhere in your back of the head opens up. And in my experience, that opening up, exactly like you say, your heart is bigger, your mind is more, is grand. Then after you open this part of the brain, then you go back to look at what is happening now. You have a tool there to always guide you to the perfect situation. Yeah, like let me see my personal experience. Things that would bother me 90% now bother me 3% maybe. It's just such a bliss. Ah, thank you for letting me talk about
Yeah.
that.
I really appreciate it. What I also love is you talk about daily practice. You cannot wish it, you cannot hope for it. You take the plunge, whatever you do in life, right? Whether you're working on a mindfulness practice, you do it daily. Whatever you want to become a public speaker or a communicator, because I also feel that public speaking is an expression of art. It's your expressive, the way you express yourself. Some people have a good voice, some people can draw. I can speak. Nick can speak. You are a great speaker. So it's a form of expression, right? It's how
Yeah,
you reach. It's how you make people feel something. I feel that everyone is an artist, and when we find our gift, we live in it. We live
yeah,
in it, and we multiply. So, and in order for you to draw more power from your gift, it's a daily practice. So I agree with you 100%.
thank you.
So Coach, I just want to say it's a pleasure to have you here today. I have learned quite a bit about you that I didn't know before. And, we talk, we work also, we do some collaboration in another area. So I'm grateful for that. What is the best way for people to reach you? And final thoughts after that.
May I put it in the chat?
No,
My
just say it. Just say it. Say it what it is. Yeah.
Oh, it's an email though. I think
Okay.
uh then let me see. Mindful coach dot lay@gmail.com. So mindful coach dot LEI is my name at gmail.com.
Yeah. I hope that a lot of people reach out to you and you can collaborate with them as well. So, Coach, what are the final words on encouragement for everyone who is listening?
Can I guide a 1 minute meditation as the final word?
Yes, please do. 1 minute, we have it. Go ahead.
So let's sit comfortably. Spine lift up a little bit for the energy to flow. Shoulders soften. And inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold again. 1. Inhale. 1. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Last round. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Before you open your eyes, feel, are you a little bit calmer? Mind the thoughts withdraw a tiny bit? Or do you feel a little bit of emptiness we're talking about? Kind of not as busy on mind. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. How do you feel, Mark?
I feel more grounded. I love this exercise. I do a form of this exercise almost daily. Um, I just believe in the power of daily practice. It cannot be overstated. And yeah, yeah. I also relate to part of your journey where you felt like you were unhappy, depressed, or like questioning why, and also feeling loss in your path in life. And I think a lot of people can relate. I can relate to that.
Thank you.
And now that, and so I want to thank you for being here and taking the time to share your gift with us. And everyone, I encourage you to reach out to Coach. She has a mind of compassion and competence. So you'll be greatly benefited and you'll be encouraged. So thank you, Coach, for coming.
Thank you,
Nick, yes, Nick, thank you for being there in the background this week, and I hope to see your
Mark.
smiling face next.
No.
Yeah, join us every week on Fridays at 5 a.m. for 5 a.m. I'm sorry, every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for the Art of Encouragement. And